Deborah James, 40, bravely returned to her podcast You, Me and the Big C today and explained she suffered a hemorrhage last month. The podcast host was told she would have died if her family had waited for an ambulance, while her doctor stayed on the phone with her begging her to stay awake as she fought for her life on her way to the hospital. Deborah was diagnosed with incurable bowel cancer in December 2016 and over 5 years later, she has continued to be a passionate advocate and patron of Bowel Cancer UK. The mother of two presents BBC Radio 5 Live's podcast You, Me and the Big C and is also a newspaper columnist. On January 6, her medical condition took a turn for the worse and she was rushed to hospital, where she spent weeks not knowing if she would ever get to come out again. She was eventually released from critical care on January 23, after which she decided to record some voice notes of her experience in order to navigate her trauma. Deborah has since shared that her family were told she may not survive the night and got choked up as she remembered the events leading up to her hospitalization. I started hemorrhaging, she explained. I vomited 1.5 liters of blood and within 30 seconds I knew I needed to get to the hospital, quick. As soon as her symptoms started, Deborah rang her husband, who began to run home. However, the columnist knew that she didn't have much time, so she made the decision to call 999 herself, at which point her daughter walked in. She came up and found me basically with blood everywhere, Deborah remembered. I was drifting out of awareness, I was losing my sight and couldn't stay upright at this point. However, at her time of need, Deborah remembered her 999 call being the most hideous experience, as the person on the end of the phone repeatedly asked for her address and told her that an ambulance would be a 30-minute wait. She tearfully went on to describe how her 12-year-old daughter Eloise kept pleading with the emergency services to send help right away. My husband found me with Eloise screaming down the phone, "You have to help my mommy," because I wasn't able to articulate things anymore, Deborah recalled. The only response that we got was, "Do you still want an ambulance? There will be a 30-minute delay on it. We understand that you are worried but we cannot get anybody to you sooner. I now know, had I waited for help, I wouldn't be here now, and so my husband bundled me, scooped me up and put me in the car." Deborah got choked up once more as she admitted she believed the minute before she went unconscious would be the last time she would ever see her children. "All I remember is coming down the stairs and shouting to my children and saying, 'I love you forever,' and I thought that I would never see them again," she said. Deborah was taken to Chelsea and Westminster A&E, while her doctor stayed on the phone with her begging her to stay awake. Thankfully, Deborah did make it through the night and is now back at home spending time with her family. "I'm back home, a place I left not thinking I'd see it again. For that, I feel beyond grateful," she wrote on an Instagram post in January on the day that she left hospital. The latest episode of You, Me and the Big C is available now on BBC Sounds.